Hello, welcome to section 4.3, part 2. In part 2, we'll talk about synthetic division. Synthetic division. Okay, so I have notes on my previous slide, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one example on my own. So divide x squared plus 8x plus 15 by x plus 3. Okay, so this is a little bit different. Think about x squared plus 8x plus 15 as quadratic. Ax squared plus bx plus c. A is 1, b is 8, and c is 15. And I'm dividing this by x plus 3. Synthetic division really is, we are talking about coefficients. So the number in front of x squared is 1. B is 8 and C is 15. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put 1, 8, and 15. All I'm writing is the coefficients. Okay? A is 1, B is 8, C is 15. And now the interesting part is what is going over here, your divisor. So let's think about this. X plus 3. The question is it 3 or is it negative 3? And the answer to this question is this would be k would be equal to negative 3, and it has to do with x-intercepts. For example, if I have a quadratic x plus 2 times x plus 3, the x-intercept is negative 3. Or if you think about the vertex, x minus 3 to the second power, really x is equal to negative 3. So negative 3 goes here. It's always the opposite. Okay? So now, how do I do this? Okay? 1, I'm going to bring down. So I bring down 1, and then I'm multiplying 1 times negative 3. So I'm multiplying 1 times negative 3, which is equal to negative 3, which goes here. And then I'm going to add it vertically. Okay? So if you add it vertically, you will get 8 plus negative 3 is 5. Okay? And then I'm going to multiply 5 times negative 3, which is negative 15. Okay? And if you add 15 plus negative 15, the answer is 0, and that's what I want. Okay? So now the remainder is 0, which technically means that this is 1x plus 5. So my answer to this question is when you divide 8x squared plus 5x plus 15 by x plus 3, the answer is x plus 5. Now, let's take a moment and see if our answer is correct. Okay? To check if your answer is correct, you could multiply. You could multiply x plus 5 times x plus 3, and let's distribute or FOIL and see what I get. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 3 is 15. If you combine like terms, you get 8x. So your final answer is x squared plus 8x plus 5, and this is correct because originally I gave you this problem. Okay, excellent. So now let's take a look at another example. So the next example will be divide and I will put 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 5 by x plus 2. Okay, so now think about the coefficients. This is now a cubic function. Okay, so the leading coefficient here is 2, 4, technically -1 over here, and 5. And if you notice, there is no missing term. It's x cubed, x squared, x to the first, and 5. So you can put 2, 4, -1, and 5. Okay, now the question is, what number goes in here? Think about x plus 2. So the one of the intercepts will be -2. If I divide by x plus 2, think about the parabolas, you know, we talked about in class. So -2 goes here. Okay, and now let's start the process. So 2, I bring it down. 2 times -2 is -4. Okay, 4 plus -4 is 0. 0 times -2 is 0. -1 plus 0 is -1. And 1 times -2 is +2. And 2 plus 5, the answer is 7. Okay, so now what I got is, this is your reminder. Okay, so now what I have is 2, 0, and -1. So if you think about this, this would be 2x squared plus 0x minus 1. In other words, this is the same thing as 2x squared minus 1. So what is your answer to the question? Okay, the answer to the question is this. The answer to this division problem is 2x squared minus 1, and please remember, this is your reminder. Okay, so that will be plus 7 over x plus 2. Okay, so this is your final answer. Okay, and maybe let's take a look at one more example. Okay, so example number 3, let's divide 2x cubed minus 4x squared minus 1 divided by x plus 1. So divide. And we will use synthetic division again. Okay, so 2x cubed minus 4x squared. Ooh, x term is missing, which means 0x minus 1. So 2, -4, 0, -1. Okay, and think about this. What's my k value? X plus 1. So what's my intercept? The intercept is -1. So -1 goes here. Now the process. 2, bring it down. 2 times -1 is -2. -4 plus -2 is -6. -6 times -1 is 6. 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 times -1 is -6. And -1 plus -6 is -7. Okay? So, what I technically have, this is your reminder. If you think about this, ax squared plus bx plus 6, this would be like 2x squared minus 6x plus 6. So this is your answer to the question. So the final result should be, if you divide this, you get 2x squared minus 6x plus 6, and do not forget the remainder. Okay, do not forget the remainder. Do you recall in lecture number 1 I asked you to divide 175 divided by 3? 175 divided by 3, so the answer was 58, and the remainder was 1/3. So the remainder is -7 over x plus 1. Okay, you could also rewrite it in a slightly different way, you can also say that the answer is 2x squared plus 6x plus 6 minus 7 over x plus 1. So please watch this video again. I will post some videos online on Blackboard from this resource book. I also found good resources on Khan Academy. I know this is challenging, you cannot really ask questions. This is, different way of teaching, but try to watch the video, do your homework on My Open Math, and hopefully this will click. Again, I will post some additional resources from Khan Academy and from my resource book. Okay? Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.